Welcome in, everyone, to Upperman High School for game number 2 in back-to-back days. The Bees looking to get another win in the win column, as they've already won 3 games this week, a couple of times against White County earlier this week, and a big win yesterday against a very good Smith County team in 5 innings, a 12-1 victory yet again for the Upperman Bees, as they got the job done yesterday in big fashion in 5 innings. A couple of big flies for Braden Green and Justin Fallon, and a really good test today against a good Friendship Christian School out of the Division II classification coming here to Baxter. My name's Jacob Vincent, right here on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. If you're tuned in today, make sure you hit that share button. Give us a like and leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Should be a good day for baseball. Not quite as sunny as it was yesterday, but still warm. The wind blowing out towards right field and is kind of moving around and died down a little bit. Now actually kind of blowing out to left. As we get started in this one for the Bees, out in the field first, it'll be Juju Yano on the mound. And no district games coming up Monday and Tuesday, so they're getting their normal district starters some run time here in this one. And Juju Yano will get it started here against a good Friendship Christian School team that can really swing the bat. Yano on the season, 2-2 record with a 2-flat ERA. This is his 5th appearance, all starts. He's got 2 complete games on the season. 21 innings pitched, 19 hits, 11 runs, and only 6 earned, 9 walks, and 28 strikeouts on the year. Of course, his last outing, pretty darn good one on Tuesday against White County. 5 innings of no-hit baseball, just 69 pitches in that outing. As Friendship Christian will step in, their lineup looking like this. Caden Law leads it off. Luke Sellers bats second. Caleb Kring will bat third. Mason Hallam is the DH. He bats fourth. Hayden Holloman, the pitcher, will bat fifth. Batting sixth is Miles Fitzpatrick. D. Boone batting seventh. Is that first pitch in there for a called strike from Juju Yano, and Sam Duckweiler will bat 8th, while Perez Parker will bat 9th. Yano bringing home the 0-1. That one swung on and out of play, and quickly ahead 0-2 in the count. Just getting underway in Baxter. A noon start time today on a Saturday. Last game of the week before a couple of games coming up next week on the road at York, and then we'll get White House at home. That breaking ball swung on down the line and will be a foul ball, and we'll try 0-2 again. To the leadoff batter, Caden Law will play shortstop for the Commanders coming up in the bottom part of the inning. Commanders this season 5-7 on the year, but obviously play a good schedule. Couple of wins against Donaldson Christian Academy earlier this week. That one misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-2 now on Law at the plate. It was a dominant victory against a good Smith County team yesterday. Chris Wersing really good on the mound. Yano brings home the breaking ball, then misses just a little bit low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Law trying to work a good AB here after going down 0-2 in the count. Yano ready to go. Brings home the 2-2. Fastball swung on and out of play. We'll try it again. So a good early battle brewing between Law and Yano to start this one. Bees won't be back in action until Tuesday. They'll go on the road to Jamestown to take on the Dragons and York Institute. Another foul ball fought off by Law. And still a 2-2 count to the leadoff batter in the Commanders. First batter of the game today. Here's the pitch from Yano. Fastball on the outside corner, just misses. And the count runs full now. Yano trying to stay in it. Here comes the payoff. That one ripped, but right at Carson Chup, who makes the glove at the hot corner, and that's the first out of the inning, as Juju Yano able to win that battle against Caden Law at the plate. He ripped it, but right at Chup, who was standing there at third base. So one gone in the inning, and Luke Sellers will step to the plate. He's the center fielder for the Commanders. First pitch into Sellers, the breaking ball. Misses a little bit low for ball 1. Mentioned Chris Wersing. He went the 5 innings yesterday and hadn't had to get into the bullpen too much this week for the Bees. That one's a called strike, and it's 1-1. We just saw rookie Allison on Monday in Sparta, as he had to come in for those final few pitches against the Warriors. 1-1 back up the middle. Chris Wersing there at shortstop. The throw to first is a good one, and that's the second out of the inning. So Chris Wersing at shortstop today with Juju Yano on the mound. The rest of the defense is the same as yesterday. Carson Troop at third, second baseman Braden Green, Alec Wilson at first, rookie Allison behind the dish, and in the outfield from left to right, Evan Huddleston in left, Justin Fallon straightaway center, and Carson Holroyd out in right field. Caleb Kring, the left fielder, steps in, swings at the first pitch he sees, sends it out to center field. Justin Fallon arranging over and makes the grab, and a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Juju Yano in the top half of the first. 0-0 with the Bees coming to the plate. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Back here in the bottom of the first in Baxter, the Bees coming to the plate for the first time today. Their lineup looking the same as yesterday as well, as it has been on fire here this week. Braden Green leads it off. Justin Fallon bats second. Both of them hit home runs yesterday at Smith County. Chris Horsing bats third. Carson Troop in the cleanup spot with Juju Yano batting fifth. Carson Holroyd will bat sixth. Alec Wilson bats seventh. Rookie Allison in the eighth spot, and Evan Huddleston down at number 9. For Friendship Christian out in the field on the mound is going to be Hayden Holloman. Hard throwing righty on the mound, 6'2", 200 pounds, and we'll see what he can do with that right-handed throw. You see the breaking ball there at 75 miles an hour. Behind the dish is Jackson Pullum. In the infield from left to right, Miles Fitzpatrick at third base. At shortstop is Caden Law. Second baseman is Perez Parker. The first baseman today, Sam Duckweiler. In the outfield, it is Caleb Kring in left. Luke Sellers is in center field, and in right is D. Boone. Braden Green has been absolutely on fire this week in the last 5 games. He's batting .619 with 2 home runs and 6 runs driven in. He had a 4-for-4 day yesterday with another home run, and absolutely seen the baseball well. Here this week, he was slotted into the leadoff position on Monday, and he has solidified himself as a very good leadoff batter for the Bees so far this year. He'll step in here against Holloman on the mound. That one from Holloman at 87 on the gun, called strike on the outside corner. He'll be upper 80s, close to 90 on the gun with the righty. That one misses away for ball 1. Holloman last pitched last Friday in a win against Providence Christian 5-4. He went 6 innings in that game. The 1-1, that one ripped down the line, and that one gets through. Braden Green finds his way aboard again. And that'll be a leadoff base hit for Braden Green down to first. Another hard-hit baseball. And he finds his way safely aboard to lead it off for the Bees, with Justin Fallon coming to the plate to crushed one over dead center field yesterday in Carthage. He's got a runner on first as he steps to the plate for the first time today. But I mentioned Holloman. He pitched against PCA his last time out. 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, only 2 were earned, 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Through 96 pitches, and 59 of those were strikes. Justin Fallon steps in for the first time with nobody out, and Braden Green over at first. Working out of the stretch now is Holloman. He'll step off, and Green will just mosey his way back over. Noah mentioned it earlier this week. Justin Fallon getting closer and closer to finding his first home run. He found it in a big way yesterday. Had a good day at the plate as well. That one across for strike 1 to Fallon. Bees back in action here in Baxter, and then mentioned they'll go on the road Tuesday at York Institute, back here against White House on Friday. 2 non-district games coming up next week. There's the 0-1. That one misses inside. Bees now 7-7 on the season. 3 straight wins this week. That one misses inside to Fallon, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2 wins against White County puts them at 4-0 in district play. And the win yesterday against a good Smith County squad is their 2nd loss of the season. Check over to first. Green back in safely. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing out to left field today. At the moment, at least. 2-1. Misses low. 3 balls and a strike now to Fallon. As Upperman trying to find the zone. Chris Worsing in the on-deck circle. Carson Shoup right behind. And we've been talking about it this week. No easy outs in the lineup for the Bees anymore. This one. Hit hard, out to left center. Fallon sends it on right. That's down in the gap. Going to be extra bases. Green takes the turn at second. He's at third. He's being sent from third. Fallon easily into second. And that is an RBI double for Justin Fallon. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Upperman Bees. Good piece of hitting again from the first 2 batters in the lineup. They get the damage done early on as Braden Green running hard the whole way. Scores from first base. And it's an RBI double for Justin Fallon with Chris Worsing coming to the plate. This Bees team, talked about Braden Green and Justin Fallon, but the whole lineup has been hitting the baseball well. And Chris Worsing steps in. Nobody out here in the top half of the first. Already a run across with a runner in scoring position again for the Bees. Upperman brings home the first pitch to Worsing. That one's across for strike 1. Comes the 0-1. That one in right side of the infield, ranging over. That's through the glove into the outfield. Fallon running hard the whole way. He will score. Chris Worsing gets the job done on the error, and it plates the run from second base, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Bees. So Chris Worsing able to get the bat on the ball. Will reach base safely on the E4. And Justin Fallon comes around to score from second base. So the first 2 base runners who have reached have both come in to score, and it's a 2-0 lead for Upperman here in the top half of the first. And Carson Shoup now to the plate for the first time. He's got the hot pink batting gloves today. Swings at the first pitch, sends it back, and a foul ball. Upperman trying to bear down and make some pitches here. He's just looking for the first out of the inning. Bees got off to a good start yesterday in Smith County. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, and then the big inning in the 4th. And the balk is going to be called, and that's going to be a free base for Chris Worsing. So the count stays at 0-1 with Worsing making his way up to second base on the balk. I mentioned a good couple of tests this week for the Bees, and they have passed those with flying colors so far, and today already a good start. As this one's hit right side of the infield again. Slow roller this time, and the play made at second base off the hands of their second baseman, Perez Parker, but it moves Chris Worsing over to third base and 90 feet away for another run. That is the first out of the inning. So Juju Yano will now step in after Shoup moves the runner over. Yano on the mound, 3 up, 3 down in the first. And so far this season, Juju Yano batting .375 on the year. .333 in these last 5 games and a runner 90 feet away. Swings it at first pitch, back up the middle. It's going to score the run. The throw to first is in time, but it gets the job done, and it's 3-0 here in the first as Juju Yano plates another. Chris Worsing scores, And now 2 outs in the inning with 3 runs across for the Bees. So Carson Holroyd now stepping to the plate with the bases empty after worsening scores on the ground ball by Juju Yano. Holloman working out of the stretch. Gets it in there. Foul tip for strike 1. It was a single, a double, and then the error. All 3 of those base runners score. That one swing and a miss, 0-2. Holroyd trying to keep the inning going with 2 gone here in the top half of the first. 3 runs across for the Bees so far, or beg your pardon, bottom half of the first. That one, Commanders thought they got it, but it is going to be ball 1. Up to 88 on the fastball that time. Holloman ready to go with a 1-2. This is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Holroyd now battling back. He had a great battle yesterday in that Smith County game late. Of course, made a great catch to end it in foul territory as well. Comes the 2-2. Breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner, but 3 runs across for the Bees in the bottom half of the first. They lead it 3-0 after 1. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Back here in Baxter, it's a 3-0 lead after 1 for the Upperman Bees. Juju Yano went 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first. First 3 base runners aboard for the Bees in the bottom half. They all scored. And now Juju Yano with a little bit of run support faces 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Commanders. Mason Hallam is the DH, Hayden Holloman the pitcher, and Miles Fitzpatrick is the third baseman for the Commanders. Those 3 due up here in the top half of the second. And again, Juju Yano on the mound here on a Saturday. No district games coming up next week. Non-district game on Tuesday at York Institute. Might see Alec Wilson in that one. And then they get White House on Friday. There's a breaking ball that'll miss a little bit low. Swing and a miss. Of course, the Bees haven't had to get too deep into the bullpen. Ricky Allison threw just a few pitches on Monday. Other than that, it's been Alec Wilson, Juju Yano, and Chris Wersing have been great this week. Of course, Juju only threw 69 pitches on Tuesday. That's why he's throwing today. That one's a breaking ball across for strike 2. Hallam at the plate, the 1-2. And right back to Yano, makes the glove, flip to first in the first out of the inning. Always helps to have your shortstop on the mound. Makes a nice play for the first out, and Hayden Holloman will come to the plate. So 1 gone. The first 4 batters retired here in the ball game so far for Juju Yano. Holloman at the plate. And Yano misses a little bit upstairs with the fastball that time. We saw Chris Worsing yesterday in 5 innings. A little bit slow start in the first, able to work around it, and really settled in nicely for the next 4 innings. That one's a called strike, and the evens the count have been 1 apiece. Yano ready to go. Here comes the 1-1. That one just misses. 81 on the fastball that time. We saw Yano, he got up to the mid-80s Tuesday night. That was later on in his outing. Starting to pump it in there. Comes the 2-1. That breaking ball is a really good one. 2-2. Yano, the 2-2. Got it to break, but not enough. Misses inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Not too much sun today. Overcast skies. Wind blowing out to left field, but good temperature. Here's the payoff. Left side of the infield. Shoop not going to get there. That's going to be the first base hit of the ball game, and the first base hit that Juju Yano has given up in a couple of outings. So Holloman will make his way aboard. They'll get the courtesy runner on for him. Miles Fitzpatrick coming to the plate. With a runner on first for the Commanders, and 1 gone here in the top half of the second inning. Good block by rookie Allison. Fitzpatrick, the third baseman for the Commanders today, stepping in for the first time. He's got a 1-0 count on him, as the Commanders now trying to cut into the Upperman lead of 3-0. Yano working out of the stretch for the first time. Hadn't had to do it a whole lot this week. Just his second base runner allowed. And now his 7th inning of work this week. Check over to first. Pretty good one, but it gets away from Alec Wilson. That'll carry him in to foul territory up that right side. Wilson just now getting to the baseball and advancing 2 bases is the courtesy runner for the Commanders. So all the way up to third. And now the Commanders have their first run 90 feet away. This will be the first error of the ball game for the Bees on the throw by Yano. And a runner over at third base now for the Commanders in a 3-0 ball game. Yano delivers home. That one hit right side. That'll be down, and that'll plate the run. So Fitzpatrick does the job and drives the run home. So a 3-1 lead now for the Bees, and still a base runner aboard with 1 gone. So Fitzpatrick drives it home. Back-to-back hits now allowed by Juju Yano. And D. Boone, the right fielder, steps in for the first time today. 1 out here in the second. And a runner on first for the Commanders. Yano out of the stretch. Right side of the infield. Green there. Flip to second. Worsing to first in time. The 4-6-3 to get out of the inning. 1 run does come across for the Commanders, but the Bees are coming back to the plate in the bottom half of 2. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student-athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Upperman Bees lead it 3-1 as we get started here in the bottom half of the second. One run across there for the Commanders, but the Bees have 7, 8, 9 due up. Alec Wilson, Rookie Allison, and Evan Huddleston. It's not your normal 7, 8, 9, and that's the way the Bees like it. They're trying to flip it back over to the top and keep this inning going. At the first three base runners reach in the bottom half of the first, and they were able to plate all three runners against Holloman on the mound. Alec Wilson reached a few times yesterday by way of walk. His on-base percentage up there. And that one across for strike one to Alec Wilson. Holloman back out of the windup, getting started here in the second. This one swung on, a foul ball, and we'll go to 0-2. We saw Holloman work out of the stretch almost exclusively there in that last inning. Obviously had base runners on, but even when the bases were empty, stayed in the stretch. Comes the 0-2. Breaking ball hit hard to right field. D. Boone was playing in and able to adjust to make the grab. That's a really nice play by Boone out and right for the first out of the inning. He was playing in and right and had to turn on the jets for a second to get out there for the first out. So Rookie Allison comes to the plate with one gone here in the bottom of the second. And that one's a called strike to Rookie. Allison stepping up close to the plate here with Holloman on the mound. And a 0-1 count on him. That's also a called strike, and it's 0-2. Holloman starting to pump in the strikes after struggling to find the strike zone in the first. Delivers the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And quick 2 outs for Holloman on the mound. Second strikeout of the day for Holloman. And now Evan Huddleston, the 9 batter in the lineup, but your second leadoff batter for the Bees will step to the plate. Obviously just a few games for Evan Huddleston so far, but been swinging it well. 375. He had a big game yesterday. First pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses. The Bees obviously very happy to have both Huddleston back and Fallon back in the outfield as this one is fouled off. It was an adventure at times on fly balls the first few weeks of the season. Huddleston's got a 1-1 count with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Holloman is settled in nicely. Here is the 1-1. That one kind of sawed him off. First baseman cannot make the glove, and nobody's covering first, so Evan Huddleston will make his way aboard. They're going to give the infield single for Evan Huddleston. So Huddleston does his job and flips it back over to Braden Green, the hottest hitter in the lineup for the Bees. He led it off with a single, came around to score on the Justin Fallon double to the wall. Huddleston with a good amount of speed over at first as well. Holloman back out of the stretch now with Huddleston over at first base. 2 gone here in the second. And that one's across on the outside part of the zone for strike one. Huddleston takes his lead. Of course, he got a little aggressive yesterday and was picked off early on in the game against Smith County. As that one's a swing and a miss by Green. And 0-2. He's only struck out 1 time in these last 5 games. Batting .619. Obviously got the single in the first. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Holloman settling in nicely. His 3rd strikeout of the day. Gets out of the inning. We're through 2. It's a 3-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's a 3-1 lead for the Upperman Bees as we get started here in the top half of 3 as the Commanders coming back to the plate. Juju Yano still on the mound. He won't go the whole game today. He's going to be limited action, obviously trying to save his arm for next week as well, but just trying to get him some pitches. It's 8-9-1, 2 up in the lineup for the Commanders. Sam Duckweiler, Perez Parker, and then back to the top in Caden Law. Juju Yano clean in the first. He did give up a run in the second after the single, back-to-back singles, I should say, and then obviously the error in there mixed in. First pitch from Yano. This is upstairs. 81 on the fastball that time. Left side of the infield, Worsing right there. Long throw, Wilson can't grab. And reaching base safely is going to be Duckweiler. So Duckweiler makes his way aboard, and Perez Parker will step to the plate. He shows bunt right back up the middle. Yano there looks to first. He gets the out there, and Parker gets the job done, moving Duckweiler into scoring position at second base on the sac bunt. So good play by Juju Yano to get the out. And it's the first out of the inning. So back to the top for the Commanders. And Caden Law will be at the plate. He lined out right to Carson Jupe after fouling off 4 or 5 pitches in the AB. That one misses outside with a breaking ball. Yano a peek back to second, delivers home. This one popped up high in the air, foul territory. Rookie Allison giving chase, and just out of play behind the fence. First strike one. So a 1-1 count now on Caden Law. Duckweiler out at second base after reaching on the error. A few raindrops starting to fall here in Baxter. That breaking ball misses just outside from Yano and a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Rain starting to fall. Not terribly hard, but enough that the jackets and some of the umbrellas starting to pop up. Here's the 2-2. That one is ripped to the outfield right at Evan Huddleston. Makes the catch. The throw to second is in time, and they double him up. A nice job by Huddleston. He didn't realize it at first, but he makes the play at second base, and they're able to double him up, and we head to the bottom of 3 with the Bees still on top, 3-1. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Well, good defensive inning for the Bees, and a nice play by Evan Huddleston on the line drive. Makes the catch. Didn't realize it at first, but there was a runner out there, and he makes the throw to second to get the out in time and double him up. The rain continues to fall here in Baxter, picking up a little bit as well. We knew there were going to be a chance for some scattered showers throughout the day today, and they have found us here at the ballpark in Baxter and fallen kind of straight down with that wind, moving a little bit still out to left field. The Bees on top 3-1 here in the bottom of 3 getting started. 2, 3, and 4 to up. Justin Fallon to Chris Worsing and Carson Shoup. So Justin Fallon steps in. He's got the RBI double, came around to score back in the first. Holloman still on the mound for the Commanders. Working out of the windup, starts it off. Fallon first pitch swinging at short. Glove made by Law, throw to first in. The scoop is there for the first out of the inning. Good glove by Duckweiler over at first base for that first out. And the 6-3 put out to get that first down will bring Chris Worsing to the plate. Worsing reached on the error, was balked over to second base. He came around to score on the ground ball by Juju Yano. That one will be a foul ball, and the count goes to 0-1 on Chris Worsing. Well, it looked like the Bees were well on their way to another big victory today. A good first inning, 3 runs across. Holloman really settled in nicely in that second. Couple of strikeouts and a line out in the process. Evan Huddleston did have a single in between. He's got one out here in the third. And that one's across for strike 2. Holloman the look in. Here comes the 0-2. Check swing, misses low. Worsing a good eye to let it go that time. Rain looks like it has kind of subsided a little bit. Comes the 1-2 from Holloman. The breaking ball or off speed. Kind of tailed towards Worsing at the end, and the count to 2-2. He's ready to go. Here is the 2-2. And popped up and out of play. We'll try it again. Catches the top of the field house. Bees 3 wins in a row, now 7-7 on the year after a couple of wins against White County earlier this week. Run rule fashion in game number 2 in the no-hitter from Juju Yano. Run rule fashion yesterday at Smith County. Up to 3-1 right now. And Worsing fouls another one off. We remain at 2-2. Just the non-district games coming up next week. So we'll see who gets thrown on the mound today. Juju Yano again the start. Here's the 2-2 again. That one, did it catch him? It sure did. That's going to be a hit batter. And Chris Worsing will take his free base. Got in on the hands, and again, Holloman kind of throwing in that tailing kind of two-seamer action. And catches Worsing. And first base runner aboard here in the third with Carson Shoup now coming to the plate with one gone. Shoup so far this season, batting .317. He's driven in 9 runs so far this season with one gone. We've seen the Bees play a little bit of small ball this season. We'll see if they do it here with Worsing over at first. Holloman steps off. Now he brings it home, and he's going to hit Carson Shoup as well. And Holloman just not finding it right now. That was right into the hip of Carson Shoup, and he's feeling it. So back-to-back hit batters. And Carson Shoup a little bit slow, trying to make his way down to first. That was right on the hip, and he really had nowhere to go to try to get out of that one again. It's kind of that tailing two-seam action from Holloman on the mound, so there's really nowhere to go when it's coming in at you. You're trying to back out of the way, and it's tough to do so. But Shoup slowly making his way down to first. It will be runners on first and second for the Bees, with Juju Yano coming to the plate. They'll check out to Holloman on the mound as well after hitting back-to-back batters. There was a few pitches inside to Worsing before he got hit, and then Shoup unable to get out of the way of that one. Juju Yano getting ready to come to the plate. He grounded out but did drive in a run his first time up back in the first. They check to Carson Shoup, make sure he's good to go over at first base. Umbrella's starting to pop out here in Baxter as the rain is kind of going away, coming back. They may be sticking around for the rest of this one off and on. Glad to have you along here on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. It is the bottom of the third inning here in Baxter with the Bees on top 3-1. My name's Jacob Vinson. If you're tuned in, whether Facebook or YouTube, let us know where you're watching from. You can comment along with us. Make sure you like the stream and give us a share if you're on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. First and second for the Bees now with one gone, and Juju Yano to the plate. Holloman still out there. Goes with a breaking ball that time. Misses upstairs. 1-0. Rain continues to fall lightly here in this third inning. 3 runs across in the first for the Bees. Base runner stranded in the second. They've got 2 runners on here with 1 out. Here's the 1-0. That's a called strike, 1-1. 1-1 from Holloman. Popped up, right side, shallow right field. Boone is out there. He will make the glove. Worsing will stay put at second base, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So the fly out by Yano will bring Carson Holroyd to the plate now with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Holloman's done a really, really nice job after kind of being shell-shocked in the first with back-to-back hits from Green and Fallon. Worsing reached base safely on the air. They all came around to score, and ever since then, it's just been the few base runners. Obviously hit a couple of batters here in this inning. He's got 2 outs. Holroyd squares around to bunt. This one is popped up back to the backstop, and that'll be a foul ball. Hit the very top of the deck and then carry him down. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, as it will be all season long, and football season, basketball season as well. Appreciate our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment, not too far from here over on Buffalo Valley Road. All of your outdoor power needs. You can go check them out. Steel dealer as well. A 1 count here to Carson Holroyd at the plate with 2 gone. And that breaking ball across for strike 2. Shoup at first, Worsing at second. Both of them got hit by Holloman on the mound. Ground down to fly out in the inning for the 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Holloman up to 46 pitches so far on the outing. He works out of the stretch here with 2 gone. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Holloman able to strand a couple of runners by the Bees. They're still on top, though, 3-1 as we are through 3. Going to the 4th. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to Baxter. Changes all over the place, and for the first time this season, Justin Fallon will be on the mound for the Upperman Bees. The hard-throwing lefty will get up into the 90s as soon as he gets nice and warm. 90 on the gun right there with the fastball, and that's what we've been waiting to see, and adds another arm into the rotation for the Upperman Bees as well. That does mean that Juju Llano's day is done, and again, just because they're trying to save his arm a little bit. He goes 3 innings. He allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. No walks, no strikeouts. He only threw 35 pitches against 10 batters in the lineup. Fallon coming to the plate, or coming to the mound, I should say. 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate for the Commanders here in the inning. In the top half of the fourth will be Luke Sellers, Caleb Kring, and Mason Hallam. The rest of the changes in the field, Chris Worsing goes to second base with Llano going back to shortstop, and Braden Green will go from second base out to left field. Evan Huddleston shifts over to center field with Fallon coming onto the mound. Rain continues to fall here in Baxter. Not a heavy rain, but enough to be annoying, as the umbrellas are all out in full force now. This is one of the days we're fortunate to be in the press box here in Baxter. The Jeff Petey Goolsby press box, I might add. So Luke Sellers will lead it off. He grounded out to Chris Worsing, who was at shortstop his first time up. Obviously, Llano over there now. Fallon, first time on the mound this season, brings it home. That one swung on the 88-mile-an-hour fastball out to right field. Carson Holroyd underneath will make the catch for out number 1. And that's a good start for Justin Fallon on the mound with 1 pitch and 1 out. And the left fielder, Caleb Kring, will step up. That'll miss just away. 90 on the gun there from Fallon. Rain seems like might be picking up just a little bit. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside as well. 2 balls and no strikes now to Caleb Kring. He flew out to Fallon in center field his first time up. 2-0 coming from Fallon. Upstairs, 3-0. Standing on deck is Mason Hallam. He grounded out to Llano on the mound his last time up. There's a fastball across for a strike, and it's 3-1. Fallon been right around 88 to 90 on the gun so far in his first few pitches of this outing. Here is the 3-1, and that one's upstairs for a walk. So making his way down to first will be Kring, and the first base runner aboard here in the fourth. Mentioned Juju Llano, he got the start, went the first 3 innings today, only allowed a couple of hits and 1 run. It was unearned. And a base runner aboard here by way of walk. That brings Mason Hallam, the DH, to the plate for the Commanders. That one's just low, and the count 1-0. Fallon working out of the stretch now with a runner over at first and Kring. Ready to go with the 1-0. Check to first on the move by Fallon. Back in safely is Kring. Again, first outing of the year for Justin Fallon. Obviously made his way back from injury just to get into the outfield, and now on the mound for the first time. Here's the 2-0 in there for a strike. Two and one count to the batter in Hallam. Fallon delivers, swings, and a foul ball will go to 2-2. Hayden Halliman, the pitcher on the mound for the Commanders, is due up in the on-deck circle. One gone here in the fourth. He's still with that 3-1 lead. All three runs across in the first. The one run from the Commanders in the second. Check to first again, just a little scoop throw. As Kring is over there after drawing the walk. It's a 2-2 count to Hallam. Fallon brings it home and upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mason Hallam at the plate. Fallon on the mound, and Kring over at first for the Commanders with one gone here in the top half of the fourth. Payoff outside, and that is ball 4. So runners on first and second with Hayden Halliman, the pitcher on the mound, coming to the plate. So Halliman steps up with the runners on first and second and one gone in the fourth inning. He'll try to help his own cause out on the mound. And that one's outside for ball 1. Fallon, the 1-0. Check behind the runner at second, gets away and kind of caroms off, and that runner is going to advance over to third. Kring got back in and then moves up to third base after it got away from Yano. So Kring up to third base, Hallam over at first. Runners on first and third with a 2-0 count to the batter and Halliman. And at the plate, Halliman, he's scored the only run so far for the Commanders. That one got away from Fallon, misses high and away, and it's 3-0. Alec Wilson going to call time. He'll take a beat and talk it over with Fallon on the mound. Obviously, first out of the year for Justin Fallon. He's just trying to find his groove right now. Got the first down on the first batter from Luke Sellers on the flyout, and then since then a couple of walks. Behind in the count here, 3-0 with the runners on the corners. He's ready to go now. Delivers home a strike in 3-1. So a good visit to the mound by Alec Wilson and Juju Yano. Here's the 3-1. That's a called strike on the inside corner, 3-2. And a full count to the batter and Hayden Halliman. Fallon ready to go. The payoff. Swing and a miss, and it's the Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Justin Fallon. And the first one for the Bees pitching staff today. So Justin Fallon behind 3-0, able to work it all the way back in the swing and the miss by Halliman. It's the second out of the inning. Still runners on the corners and threatening here in the fourth for the Commanders. With Miles Fitzpatrick stepping to the plate for the second time today. He drove in the only run of the game so far for Friendship Christian. Fallon brings it home. That one misses a little bit low. Kring's over at third. He advanced after the throwdown from rookie Allison. Got away from Yano at second base. Trying to check behind him at second. Both runners on, reached by way of walk so far. Here's the 1-0. That one misses for ball 2. Allen was able to work his way back in against Holloman, get that first Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout of the ball game for the Bees. Now behind 2-0 and trying to find it again. Gets a strike across and a swing and a miss. Two and one to the batter and Fitzpatrick. Runner goes. Fallon comes home. It's fouled off, and it's 2-2. So Hallam, who was the DH over at first, will have to make his way back to first. He was running on the 2-1 count with 2 outs. Now it's 2-2. Commanders still looking to see if they can't get a run across and cut into the 3-1 lead the Bees have. Fallon trying to get out of it with a 2-2 count and 2 away. Fallon brings it home. Hit right side, ranging over, and the catch made by Carson Holroyd out and right. A nice running catch by the right fielder for the Bees, Carson Holroyd. Strands a couple of runners and maintains the lead for the Bees. They're coming back to the plate. Justin Fallon able to work around a little bit of trouble. 3-1 as we head to the bottom of 4. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Alec Wilson leads it off here in the bottom of 4. 7, 8, 9 again. They did this yesterday where 7, 8, 9 led off a few innings against Smith County. That worked out well for them, especially in that 4th inning. We'll see if the Bees can do that again. Holloman still on the mound as that one misses for ball 1. Alec Wilson lined out to right field his first time up on a well-struck ball. Was a nice play made by D. Boone out in right field. Here comes the 1-0. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Justin Fallon getting his first pitches of the season back in that last half inning. Worked around a couple of base runners and a really nice play made by Carson Holroyd out in right field to get out of the inning. Here's the 2-0. Outside again, 3-0 to Alec Wilson. And that 3-0 is a called strike, 3-1. Wilson taking the whole way. Colton Johnson going to get an AB coming up. Check swing and a called strike. 3-2 to Alec Wilson, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 4th. Holloman, the payoff. Misses upstairs. It's a Nick's Restaurant walk, and Alec Wilson makes his way down to first base. Colton Johnson coming to the plate for the first time this season. The walk drawn there by Alec Wilson, the first one issued by Holloman today, as Colton Johnson will pinch hit for rookie Allison. Of course, Colton Johnson, another one of those basketball players, him and Evan Huddleston, who have come on. And the first AB of the season for Johnson. That one misses inside 2 minutes, 1-0. Big reason why they bring home their first gold ball of the season. Him and Bronson Chaffin inside. He swings at that one and fouls it off. It's another one of those inside pitches, and they're tailing into those right-handed batters. He did a pretty good job just to get a piece of it. Over at first base is Alec Wilson after drawing the walk. A 1-1 count here to Johnson at the plate with nobody gone in the bottom of the fourth. Holloman working out of the stretch. Still out there for the Commanders, the 1-1. Good block up behind. And it goes to 2-1. Jackson Pullum behind the plate for the Commanders today. Wilson takes his lead over at first and will go back in. Umbrella still out. Looks like the rain is lined up just a little bit. This one swung on and missed by Johnson. The count to 2-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth with a base runner aboard for Colton Johnson at the plate. Pinch hitting for rookie Allison. The check to first. Wilson back in safely. Here comes the 2-2 from Holloman. That'll miss down low, and 3-2. And good AB worked here by Johnson so far, trying to make something productive out of it. Alec Wilson drew a walk on a 3-2 count. And now the pitch count up to 58 for Holloman getting started here in the fourth. The payoff, and that gets away all the way to the backstop. Johnson able to draw the Knicks restaurant walk as well as Wilson makes his way up to second base. A nice job by Colton Johnson to lay off of it. So back-to-back walks issued by Holloman to open up this fourth inning. Hadn't issued a walk until this inning. And Evan Huddleston steps to the plate with 2 runners on and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Bees had their big inning in the fourth yesterday at Smith County. They played it 6 runs. And it started with Alec Wilson. They're going to try to do it again. Batted around in that inning. Umbrella's starting to fly all over the place. So Holloman in a little bit of trouble with runners on first and second and nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth. He turns to bunt and the pitch up and Pullum able to haul it back in. Duckweiler rushing in from first with the runner at second base, and Huddleston was able to reach base safely, doing the same exact thing yesterday with the runners on first and second and bunting. Loaded up for Braden Green, and that normally works out well for the Bees. It did yesterday. It's 2-0 now. And now we'll have a visit to the mound as Coach McNeil will make his way out of the dugout for Friendship Christian. We may be having a change here for the Commanders. Holloman at 61 pitches with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth and runners on first and second. Coach McNeil looking to the outfield. He's making some changes. And we will have a call to the bullpen back after this. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
It's a new pitcher on the mound for the Friendship Christian Commanders, as Miles Fitzpatrick will make his way to the bump against Evan Huddleston, who still at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count on him. They make the change mid-AB. A few changes in the field as well. D. Boone from right field comes into third base. The first baseman is now Holloman, who is on the mound. And we'll try to get, looks like Duckweiler may have gone out to right field from his first base spot. I think that's the case for the Commanders. So Fitzpatrick now on the mound so far this season. Just the 4 innings. He's got 5 strikeouts. He's allowed 6 hits and 1 run so far. It was unearned. And so he comes in here in relief of Holloman on the mound. Fitzpatrick started the day over at third base. And now he's going to try to bear down and make some pitches against this Bees hitting that has been really, really good this week, especially. Up 3-1 right now and threatening again with a 2-0 count already on Evan Huddleston. Always tough to come in the middle of the AB. And you got runners on first and second. Fitzpatrick, 74 on the gun that time. So a little bit slower than Holloman, who was in the upper 80s, mid-80s. And he pumps that one up to 76. So about 10 to 12 miles an hour slower for Fitzpatrick coming onto the mound now against the Bees lineup. The Bees were able to get a few hits back in the first. Huddleston is 1 for 1 so far with a single. He's got a 2-0 count on him still right now, with the runners on first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Fitzpatrick on the mound, squaring to bunt. Huddleston pops it up, and did Pullum catch it? No, he did not. It pops out of the glove. It's a foul ball, and Evan Huddleston will get new life after that one. This is a great jump out of the crouch by Pullum behind the plate. Just couldn't quite hang on. The diving effort by Jackson Pullum just popped out. So Huddleston will get another chance. Still a 2-1 count. You might see him bunt again. First baseman playing in. D. Boone over at third base. He's probably staying there with a runner on second. Long look in by Fitzpatrick. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Couple of walks issued by Holloman to Wilson and Colton Johnson, who got his first plate appearance of the season. Now Huddleston at the plate with a 2-2 count. The pitch from Fitzpatrick misses outside, and the count runs full for the third straight batter here in the inning. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And a 2-run advantage right now for the Bees. The payoff from Fitzpatrick. Swing and a miss, and that's a big strikeout for Fitzpatrick, who comes on to get the first out of the inning. So Huddleston goes down swinging. It'll bring Brain Green to the plate. Still with 2 runners on first and second, and now 1 out in the inning with a 3-1 lead. Braden Green so far 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Struck out his last time up. Here's the first pitch from Fitzpatrick. That'll miss outside. 1-0. Colton Johnson over at first base. His first plate appearance of the season. Pinch hitting for rookie Allison. Found his way aboard by way of the Nick's Restaurant walk. Green puts a great bunt down. Nobody's there, and everybody's going to be safe. Just pushed it out to the shortstop position, and nobody could get there in time. Tremendous bunt from Braden Green on the infield single, and it's bases loaded for Justin Fallon. Everybody moves up. Wilson to third, Johnson to second, and Green over to first. The most powerful hitter in the lineup, Justin Fallon to the plate. Fallon also 1 for 2 with a run driven in and a run scored. He doubled in the first. Slugging percentage coming into this game of .880. The breaking ball across for strike one to Fallon. Wind still blowing out. Time called. The 1 count to Fallon at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. He's up 3-1. Fitzpatrick on the mound for the Commanders. Here's the pitch. And another breaking ball misses upstairs. 1-1. Alec Wilson at third base. Colton Johnson at second. Braden Green at first. Justin Fallon at the plate with a 1-1 count. Fitzpatrick hit hard down the line. Fallon puts it in fair play. 2 runs will score. Braden Green turning on the Jets around third. He'll throw on the brakes. It's the second double of the game for Justin Fallon as he drives in 2 more. And it's a 5-1 lead for the Upperman Bees as Fallon makes his way aboard again. So Alec Wilson and Colton Johnson both score for the Bees. And Justin Fallon has his second double of the day and his second and third run driven in. And still just 1 out in the inning with Chris Worsing coming to the plate now. So both runners that Halliman was responsible for score. His day now done. Or line done, I should say. And Chris Worsing will step to the plate. He had his first extra base hit of the year yesterday against Smith County. And he swings at this one and puts it out of play for strike one. Justin Fallon jumped on it, sent it out into left field. Safely into second base, plating a couple of runs. Braden Green advancing up to third. Runners on second and third for Chris Worsing now with 1 gone. Fitzpatrick out of the windup. Infield in on the grass. That one misses upstairs, 1-1. The 1-1. That one down the line, and Worsing turned on it. It looked like it was going to be inside. He got the barrel to it, but put it out of play, 1-2. One-two counts on Worsing at the plate. Fitzpatrick outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good eye by Worsing. Pitched great yesterday in the 5 innings against Smith County. Got the job done at the plate as well. He's trying to do it again here with 2 runners on second and third. Chokes up a little bit. Here's the 2-2. And he rips it down the line right past Boone at third base. Braden Green will score. Fallon holds up at third. And it is an RBI single for Chris Worsing. Another run across for the Bees, and they're up 6-1 here in the bottom of 4. So it's Carson Shoup's turn now. Brain Green scores his second run of the day, fouling up to third. And the hit parade continues here in the bottom of the fourth. And again, another big fourth inning for the Bees. This is where they did their damage yesterday against Smith County with 6 runs across in the inning. They've got 3 already. Still runners on the corners with 1 gone, and Shoup at the plate. That one is a called strike. Shoup hit by pitch his last time up. He grounded out his first time up back in the first. Looking for his first base hit of the day. Check to first, and Worsing back in there, fouling over at third. A 1 count to Carson Shoup with 1 gone here in the bottom of 4. Fouling at third, Worsing at first. Already 3 runs across for the Bees in the inning. Fitzpatrick brings it home. This one swung on out to left field. Shallow left and not going to be deep enough to bring in Fallon from third as the catch is made out in left. And that's the second out of the inning. Juju Llano step into the plates. Caleb Kring able to make the play out left. And still runners on the corners here for the Bees. 2 outs in the inning. Llano's got a run driven in, but he's 0 for 2 so far with a ground out and a fly out. He'd love to get another one right here. First pitch to him, swinging and right into the leg on a foul ball. He'll take a second to walk that one off. Right into that lower left leg, and Coach Shanks will come in, check on him as at shortstop now. Started the day on the mound, went 3 innings of some clean baseball, 2 hits and 1 run. Fallon taking over for him in relief in that last inning. Long inning here, though. We'll see who comes out in the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Fallon at third, Worsing at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Fitzpatrick has come on in relief of Holloman, who started the inning and walked the first couple of batters. Fitzpatrick, breaking ball, fouled off and out of play. We'll try it again. Catches the top of the field house again, second time today. Llano's back in with an 0-2 count. Fitzpatrick trying to get out of the inning and just allow only the 3 runs across so far for the Bees. Here's the pitch. That one back up the middle, and that one down for a hit by Juju Llano. The 2-strike base knock for Juju Llano plates Justin Fallon, and it's a 7-1 lead for the Bees. Good swing of the bat by Juju Llano as he drives in his second run of the ball game. Another single by the Bees as Fallon scores, Worsing up to second, and Carson Holroyd now to the plate. He made a couple of really nice defensive plays out in right field these last couple of days. Now going to try to get it done with the bat as well. 2 outs in the inning and runners on first and second for Upperman, who have scored 4 so far here in the 4th. Fitzpatrick brings it home. And that'll miss for ball 1. Rain still sprinkling out there just a little bit. Here's the 1-0. Hit out to right. Duckweiler out there, and will make the grab for the final out of the inning. But the Bees get 4 more to cross, and their lead is now 7-1. We head to the 5th. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares.
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Getting started here in the top of 5. A new pitcher on the mound for the Bees yet again. Rookie Allison stepping to the mound for the first time today as Justin Fallon came on in relief in one inning. He got the job done, worked around a couple of base runners, and was able to strand them at first and third and no runs across. He heads back out to center field. Evan Huddleston back to left. Brain Green will go to right, and Carson Holroyd will come in behind the plate to catch for Rookie Allison, who is now on the mound. And for Rookie, he'd like to get it going on the mound, and that's why they're kind of using a little more arms today, especially now with a little more run support. As the Bees got 4 across there in the fourth, the Pats really have come alive here as getting deeper onto the season. Rookie Allison so far this season, an ERA of 9.88 and 0-1 record. This is his 5th appearance. He's got 1 start on the season. 5 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 9 hits, 11 runs, 8 have been earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He, of course, came in on Monday night in Sparta and was able to close that ball game out and get the win. To help the Bees get the win, I should say. Alec Wilson got the win on the mound. And he'll have to face 7, 8, 9 in the lineup for the Commanders. D. Boone, Sam Duckweiler, and Perez Parker. Boone so far has grounded into a double play that ended the second inning, 4-6-3. That was turned nicely by Brain Green, Chris Worsing, and Alec Wilson. That one misses away for Rookie Allison. Allison, of course, the sidearm pitcher for the Bees. Out of the bullpen, brings it home here, and that one's across for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss outside. 2 balls and a strike now to D. Boone at the plate. He started out in right field today, has since come over to third base. Leadoff batter here in the 5th. A little extra juice from Allison, up to 77 on the gun, but misses for a ball, and it's 3-1. Bees up 7-1 here in Baxter in the top half of the 5th. As that one misses for ball 4, and D. Boone draws the walk. So Boone will make his way down to first to get the leadoff base runner aboard. It's the first walk issued by Rookie Allison. And Sam Duckweiler now to the plate. He started at first base today, has since moved out to right field. Rookie Allison will see if he can't maybe get a ground ball back up the middle. He gets a strike across to start it off. There's another called strike for Allison, 0-2. Only 1 strikeout on the day from the Bees pitching staff. Justin Fallon got it back in the 4th. Allison looking for another right here. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Hits a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for the first out of the inning. And a good breaking ball that broke out of the plate. Duckweiler went chasing after it. So Perez Parker will step in now with Boone over at first base and 1 out for the Commanders here in the top of the 5th. Commanders 5-7 on the year. A couple of wins against Donaldson Christian Academy in run rule fashion earlier this week. Of course, the Bees 3 wins already this week and a couple of run rule victories for themselves. That one missed for a ball, and it's 1-0. This one swinging and a foul tip, 1-1. So again for the Bees, rookie Allison now on the mound. Carson Holroyd behind the plate. Braden Green out to right field with Evan Huddleston going back to left and Justin Fallon back in center. Check to first. And Boone back in safely. Parker had the sac bunt back in the third. There's a strong throw from Allison. Boone diving back in again. 1-1 to Perez. Parker at the plate. The 9 batter in the lineup for the Commanders. That'll miss outside. 2 balls and a strike. Allison brings it home. That's a good one. 2-2. Got it to drop in there. Works his way back. 1 out in the inning. 2-2. Right side and just foul. One by much. Allison was over there covering the bag. Just a couple of steps off the line. 2-2 count to the batter and Parker. Boone over there at first. That one misses inside and the count runs full. Payoff. Called strike 3 for rookie Allison. It's another Thompson Machinery and Counter Rental Store strikeout for the Bees and 2 outs in the inning. Got back-to-back Ks for rookie Allison. It is back to the top of the lineup. As Caden Law steps in, he's lined out a couple of times, 1 to third base, 1 to left field. So he likes hitting it up that left side. That's a great breaking ball across from rookie Allison for strike 1. Boone over there at first base. Worked a walk to open up the inning. Here's the 0-1. That's strike 2. And now Allison seeming like he's found his groove. The 0-2, runner goes, swung on, shallow right field. Braden Green out there and makes the catch. So he works around the leadoff base runner, and rookie Allison will bring the Bees back to the plate in the bottom of 5. They lead by 6, 7-1. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's another new pitcher on the mound for the Friendship Christian Commanders, as Jake McKinney is the new guy on the mound for the Commanders. That means more changes in the field as well. He's only thrown in 1 2/3 innings so far this season, so limited action for McKinney. Going to get the going here. They've made some more changes out in the field as well. Looks like Boone has gone back out to right field. Fitzpatrick back to third base. In those 1 2/3, McKinney has struggled to find the strike zone. Has issued 9 walks in the 1 2/3 that he's thrown. 7-1 right now for the Bees, and obviously they got the big inning there in the 4th with 4 runs across, and, well, you get 4 more, and you're going to end another game early. They've already done it twice this week, Tuesday against White County. Well, helped by the no-hitter by Juju Yano as well, and then the 12-1 victory yesterday against Smith County and Carthage in 5 innings. Chris Worsing really good on the mound. Obviously a 4-for-4 day from Brain Green with another home run. Justin Fallon found his first home run of the season as McKinney finishes his warm-up on the mound. It's 7-8, 9-2 up again for the Bees. Alec Wilson and rookie Allison is back in there in the on-deck circle, and then Evan Huddleston. So we'll see if the Bees are pretty selective with their pitches with those 9 walks issued in the 1 2/3 from McKinney so far. And he starts it off with a strike. Comes the 0-1. That one hit hard by Wilson into the gap, and that ball is down. Alec Wilson puts it right into left center. He's legging it out for 2. He will slide. Well, he won't slide in, but he's in there safely. And it's a leadoff double for Alec Wilson. So Alec Wilson's second time aboard today, his first hit of the day, and a runner in scoring position for the Bees, who already lead by 6. Rookie Allison now stepping in. Colton Johnson pinch hit for him his last time through. He worked a walk and came around to score. Rookie's first time up, he struck out. He's got a runner in scoring position with Wilson after he ripped the double. McKinney was already working out of the stretch, so he won't change. And that one misses outside for ball 1. 85 on the gun so far on the fastball from McKinney. So a little bit quicker than Fitzpatrick, who came in their last inning. As this one is kind of sawed off, but a tough spot in left field, and that ball drops. And Wilson, reading it perfectly, moves up to third base in the process. And a great base running there by the Bees, and now runners on the corner, still with nobody out. Single by rookie Allison for his first hit. And now Evan Huddleston a chance to plate some more runs. As Rylan Case will come on to run for rookie Allison. Case, the courtesy runner for Allison. Evan Huddleston steps in. He's 1 for 2 so far with a single. Alec Wilson stands at third base. Case at first with nobody out. The breaking ball misses upstairs for ball 1. 4 runs across in the last inning for the Bees. If they get 4 in this inning, the ball game will be over. There's the 1-0. That's a called strike. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. McKinney steps off. Case back in. Wilson back in. Huddleston will step out. Now he's ready to go with the 1-1. That one gets all the way to the backstop, but a big bounce, and Wilson will have to stay at third. Case heads up base running, moves up to second base. It is ball 2 on Evan Huddleston. And Wilson, another good read. Obviously the big backstop, but it is the concrete backstop as well, and it got all the way back to pull him behind the plate. 2-1 to Huddleston at the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth, and runners on second and third. And that one's low for ball 3. That one got away from McKinney, but able to back it up behind him were his shortstop and second baseman in Perez and Law. Ready to go with the 3-1 to Huddleston. That's a called strike, and the count runs full. Wilson at third, Case at second base. As he runs for rookie Allison, who singled. Here comes the payoff. Swung on and out of play, and we'll do it again. Good plate appearance worked here by Evan Huddleston. Base open over at first, but Braden Green in the on-deck circle. Light sprinkles continue to fall here in Baxter. 3-2 count to the batter, Huddleston. McKinney brings it home, and another foul ball. They're close. He's just fouling them off until he can get something he works with. Again, a 7-1 lead right now for the Bees. They're looking to get 4 more and end this ball game early. Payoff again. Misses inside. Ball 4. It's a Nick's Restaurant walk, and the bases are loaded for Braden Green. Great AB from Evan Huddleston. The bases juiced with nobody out. So Huddleston at first, Case at second, Wilson over at third, and Braden Green to the plate for the 4th time today. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a couple of runs scored. He's looking for another big swing. 2 home runs already this week. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. First strike 1. Green hit one out Monday night in Sparta, hit another one out yesterday in Carthage. Here's the 0-1 from McKinney. Right side of the infield, Perez brings it home, gets the out there. The throw to first is off the bag, and so it'll be safe over at first and just 1 out with the out at home. So a nice play by Perez bringing it home to cut down the run in Alec Wilson, so he does not score. Braden Green will reach on the fielder's choice. Justin Fallon will come to the plate with 1 out. The throw from Pullum just pulls Holloman off the bag over at first. And so Green able to reach base safely. Infield still in with 1 out. And that one misses away for ball 1. Fallon 2 doubles today. He's driven in 3 runs and has scored 2. And now it's behind Fallon. Hits the top of the backstop. Case running hard. He will score from third. Everybody else advances. And another run across. It's 8-1. And a good base running there by Rylan Case. The courtesy runner for rookie Allison. Huddleston up to third. Green to second. And a 2-0 count on Justin Fallon and an 8-1 lead. Still just 1 out here in the inning. McKinney on the mound, ready to go. Brings it home. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Fallon hit a moonshot yesterday over the center field fence in Carthage for his first of the season. If he does it here, the ball game's over. Here's the 2-1. That misses low. 3 balls and a strike. Doesn't get any easier in the lineup for the Bees. Chris Worsing on deck. Carson Shoop after him. First base is open. 3-1 coming from McKinney. It pops out of the glove, gets away. Huddleston trying to reach base. He slides in, and he will be out. as Pullum was able to get there in time and made a good throw to McKinney covering home plate. Green moved up to third base, but Huddleston cut down at home for the second out of the inning. There was a walk issued to Fallon. C moves to first base. And Chris Worsing will come to the plate now with 2 gone. Runners on the corners for the Bees with 2 outs, and Worsing at the plate. And that one gets away from Pullum, and Green will score as that one goes all the way to the Upperman dugout. That'll be the 9th run of the game for the Bees as Fallon advances up to second base in the process. That just kind of popped wildly off the glove from Pullum as he tried to block it up. Two runs across from the Bees in the inning, makes it 9-1. The 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, 2-0. Fallon stands at second base. Worsing at the plate. Here's the 2-0. That's a called strike, 2-1. Worsing's been aboard 3 times today, reached on an error, was hit by a pitch, and he singled in a run his last time up. He'd love to do that again. 2-1. He swings at it, but it's a foul ball. Bees sitting at 7-7 on the season, trying to get a win today and move above 500 again. It's been 3 wins in a row for them. Couple of run rules in their last 2 games. They're 2 runs away from doing that again. Comes the 2-2. That's outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Fallon at second base. McKinney brings it home. Worsing hits it out to right. It's going to go into foul territory and be a foul ball. Just a few bounces short of that right field fence. So everybody will make their way back to their positions as Fallon was running hard. He goes back into second base. Worsing steps back in with a full count. McKinney brings it home. Popped up into foul territory again, giving chases. Holloman, the first baseman, is going to run out of real estate. And we'll try it again. Four runs for the Bees in the 4th, 2 more so far here in the 5th. After 3 in the 1st. They lead 9-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of 5. A full count to Chris Worsing at the plate with Justin Fallon on second base. Worsing stepping back in. McKinney. Ground ball, left side. Law, gloves at short. The throw to first in the dirt, but scooped up well by Holloman for the final out of the inning. 2 more runs across for the Bees. They're up by 8. It's 9-1 as we head to the 6th. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee-Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
By Kieran Baxter, it's a 9-1 lead for the Upperman Bees. Rookie Allison still out there on the mound for Upperman as he threw it well there in the fifth. Allowed the first base runner aboard by way of walk, and then a couple of Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts, followed up by a fly ball to get out of the inning and strand the runner. It is 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the sixth. For the Commanders, they're down to their final two chances, unless the Bees were to end it early coming up in the bottom part of the inning. And that one's a strike across from Allison. Rain picks up again here in the sixth. It's been on and off all game long. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, high in the air. Shortstop Yano ranging back, and then Orsing comes over from his second base spot and makes the grab. So Orsing makes the catch. Yano gives him a little brotherly shove after. And it is the first out of the inning as Sellers flies out. Caleb Kring will step in, the lefty. He's been aboard once today by way of walk. He sends this one up in the air out to left in foul territory. Huddleston giving chase, and he makes the catch on the run. How about that catch from Evan Huddleston out in left field for the second out of the inning? And those were the catches that we were not seeing earlier this year, and a big reason why the Bees are happy to have him back out in left. Rain picking up pretty heavily now here in the sixth with 2 outs. Heck of a catch by Huddleston out in left field. DH Mason Hallam to the plate now. And that's a called strike. Rookie Allison really throwing it well now in relief. As the rain falling as hard as it has today. That one misses outside, 1-1. Allison working on his second inning of work so far. The 1-1. Just outside, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 to Hallam. That one hit hard out to center field. That'll be down in the gap. Hallam puts it on a run. He turns the corner at first, foul into the baseball. Good throw into second, and he is out. What a throw from Justin Fallon as Hallam tried to stretch it, and he guns him down at second base. We head to the bottom of 6, and the Bees coming back to the plate. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Justin Fallon makes a great throw from center field to gun down Hallam at second base. Evan Huddleston makes a nice play on the left field line as well. And the Bees feeling it defensively today. They're feeling it offensively as well. 9 runs across already. They lead by 8 here in the bottom of 6. 2 runs will get the job done, or they can get 3 outs coming up in the top half of the 7th. 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the inning for the Bees. Carson Choop, Juju Yano, and Carson Holroyd, as McKinney still on the mound for the Commanders. Trying to get them out of this one. Bees 7-7 on the year, but winners of 3 in a row this week, beating White County twice early in the week and then beat Smith County yesterday. 2 run rule games, run rule wins, I should say, these last couple of days as well. The Upperman Bees, who they really needed their baseball guys back, and man, the difference they have made this week. Obviously, Justin Fallon getting healthy, a big part to that as well. Brain Green has been tremendous this week. Not a basketball guy, but he's been really, really good anyways in that leadoff spot for the Bees this week. Carson Choop will lead it off here in the 6th as the Bees lead by 8. No district games coming up next week for Upperman. They're on the road at York Institute on Tuesday and then back here at home against White House on Friday. Only 2 games next week. Shoop so far today has reached base 1 time. He was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd. Other than that, a ground out and a fly out. He'd love to find his first base hit. Swings at the first one and fouls it back for strike 1. McKinney brings home the 0-1. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Holloman started on the mound, and then it was Fitzpatrick in the 4th to finish it out. He allowed a few runs across, as that one's a called strike. 1 and 2 now on Shoop, and then McKinney took over in the 5th, continuing on here in the 6th. He's ready to go with the 1-2. Shoop, right side of the infield, and that ball through. Carson Shoop puts it through. He finds his way aboard, and the first base runner on for the Bees here in the 6th. They're going to call it a hit for Carson Shoop up that right side. So Carson Shoop leads it off with a single. Juju Yano stepping in. He had the RBI single his last time up. A rope out to center. Yano steps in against McKinney with a runner on first and nobody out here in the 6th. Breaking ball. Good amount of movement, but misses a little upstairs for ball 1. Shoop over at first. Here's the 1-0. That one misses inside. 2-0. McKinney brings it home. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Two one coming. That one down the line, and a fair ball by Juju Yano. Shoop turning on the Jets around second. He'll be into third safely. Juju Yano into second. And back-to-back hits by the Bees with runners at second and third, and still nobody out here in the 6th. Juju Yano gets the double. And Rylan Case will get an AB here in place of Carson Holroyd. So runners on second and third with nobody out for the Bees, who lead 9-1. And Rylan Case will make his first appearance at the plate this season. one misses for ball one. He's run a few times. He's ran in this game. Now getting an AB against McKinney on the mound with nobody out and runners on second and third. Single and a double by Shoop and Yano. And that's a foul ball, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. That one hit hard, and Ryland Case puts it down into the outfield. They're going to let Yano watch it, and Yano makes the decision to go, and he will be gunned down easily on a good throw from Boone out and right, but Ryland Case doing his job. He does play one run. There is now one out in the inning on a good throw from Boone, and the RBI for Ryland Case. So Yano gets thrown out at home. The RBI single by Ryland Case. And it's a 10-1 lead for the Upperman Bees with one out. Here's Alec Wilson at the plate, swinging and fouling it off. Yeah, Yano was trying to end it. And obviously wasn't the best decision by Juju Yano. That breaking ball misses inside, 1-1. Ryland Case finds his first hit of the season. Here's the 1-1. And a little check swing for a foul ball, 1-2. Just one out in the inning. Ryland Case is the game-winning run right now. He stands over at first base. Carson Shoop scored to make it 10-1. Yano gunned down at home on the throw by Boone. Alec Wilson at the plate. Been aboard a couple of times, ripped a double his last time up. He hits this one hard, left side of the infield. Law knocks it down. He cannot make the play. So everybody's safe and runners on first and second. They're trying to figure out the ruling in the press box. And they're going to go with the error, but Alec Wilson reaches. Runners on first and second. Case at second base, Wilson over at first. That one's going to miss upstairs to rookie Allison, who steps in. Rookie singled his last time up, came around to score. Comes the 1-0 from McKinney. That one's in there for a called strike, 1-1. One gone in the inning. A game-winning run on second base. The only out so far was Juju Yano trying to win the ball game, scoring from second. That one popped up and out of play, and the count now 1-2 on rookie Allison. On 2 count on rookie Allison with the runners on first and second and one gone here in the bottom of 6. 10-1 lead for the Bees. McKinney brings it home and misses out, 2-2. Another double-digit hit day for the Bees. 12 of them so far. They're looking for another one to end it. McKinney will go through the signs once more. Rookie will put that one out of play again. We'll do the 2-2 again. Colton Johnson got an AB in this spot a couple of innings ago. He worked a walk and came around to score, and then Rookie was back up there, and that's when he got his first hit of the game. He's got a 2-2 count on him with a 1 out and a runner on first and second. McKinney brings it home. That's going to get away from Poland. Both runners will advance. No throw, and the count runs full now on rookie Allison. So the game-winning run now stands 90 feet away for the Bees. It's Ryland Case over there who ripped his first hit of the season. Get a new baseball in, try to get some dry baseballs in. It's been raining pretty much all game long ever since about the second inning on. Full count to rookie Allison with 1 out. McKinney brings it home. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for McKinney on the mound for the second out of the inning. So Evan Huddleston will have a chance to end it now. Either way, the Bees are going to have a chance coming up in the top half of the 7th if they don't get it done here. Huddleston steps in, worked to walk his last time up. He's got a hit today as well. Runners on second and third. He hits it left side of the infield. That is a fair ball, and that will get the job done. Ryland Case scores, and Evan Huddleston does the job, and the Bees win by run rule again. So Evan Huddleston drives it home. It's going to be an RBI single for Evan Huddleston as Ryland Case scores. And Upperman wins it 11-1 in 6. As we welcome you into the post-game show, the Bees improved to 8-7 on the season. 4 wins this week, 3 of them by run rule fashion. And this Upperman team are clicking on all cylinders ever since those basketball guys got back. And, of course, Justin Fallon getting healthy as well. Take you through some of the stats today for the Bees today. 13 hits with that last one there by Evan Huddleston. 11 runs across and another run rule victory. They did have 3 errors in the field. Brent Green goes 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Justin Fallon 2 for 3 with 3 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. Juju Yano was 2 for 4 with 2 runs driven in. Evan Huddleston 2 for 3 with a run driven in as well. He drew a walk in there. Juju Yano is going to get the win on the mound. He went 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. It was unearned. Justin Fallon came in for an inning of relief. He walked a couple of batters, did get a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, didn't allow any runs or any hits. And then rookie Allison comes in for the final 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. On the other side, just 3 hits for the Friendship Christian Commanders. It was Hallam, Holloman, and Fitzpatrick, each with 1. And the run driven in by Fitzpatrick in the ball game. The only run scored by Holloman in the contest. Let's go with Justin Fallon for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game today. 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 runs scored and 3 runs driven in. And, of course, his first time on the mound this season as well, working a clean inning in relief. Justin Fallon, your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Another big win for the Bees as they improved to 8-7 on the season. 11-1 victory today in 6 innings. 3 run rule victories this week in a row for the Upperman Bees. Back in action next week. They're going to go on the road to Jamestown, take on York Institute in non-district play. Tuesday, 5:30 will be there for it. Noah will be back in action. He's still up in Indianapolis cheering on the Vols. He'll be back here in Tennessee coming up next week. The Bees will be back in action here in Baxter on Friday against White House as well. The only 2 games next week, both non-district games, and then back into District 7 AAA play the week after that. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. Hope everyone has a great rest of their Saturday. The Bees win 11-1. Justin Fallon, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. For everyone at UCR, I'm Jacob Vinson saying so long, and the Bees beat FCS 11-1.